Now for our feature story of the day. MicroStrategy aims to be a Bitcoin bank with a $1 trillion valuation, according to Michael Saylor, with MicroStrategy currently sitting on roughly $16 billion worth of the biddy. As you can see here in this headline, and there's another headline that caught my eyesight. Michael Saylor delivers an impressive Bitcoin strategy insight, which everyone's speaking about right now. So let's break this baby down. And shout out to the Giga Chad, Mikey Saylor, a roll of the dice, Bitcoin on Bitcoin on Bitcoin. But anyways, MicroStrategy is positioning itself to transform how capital is preserved and transferred globally, according to a recent report by Bernstein Research. The company's outspoken co-founder, Mikey Saylor, as we call him, says the company, I'm the only one I've ever heard refer to him as Mikey Saylor, by the way, just for the record, aims to become a Bitcoin bank with a potential $1 trillion valuation. Can you see MicroStrategy becoming a Bitcoin bank valued at $1 trillion? I can see it. Let me know your thoughts. Bernstein has rated MicroStrategy as outperform with a price target of $290. And obviously their stock just broke out, hit another all-time high. And it reflects a 39% upside for the current price of $209, according to Google Finance. The report states that MicroStrategy's significant investment into the Bitcoin is a key driver behind the optimistic prediction. MicroStrategy has gained attention for its large-scale Bitcoin acquisition strategy under the guidance of Mikey Saylor, the firm's executive chair and former CEO. Since 2020, the company has accumulated 252,200 Bitcoin, worth almost $16 billion at this time, making it the largest publicly traded corporate holder of Bitcoin. And good for them. They're the first publicly traded company to put the Bitcoin on the balance sheet, and they have the largest stash. I think the only company that probably has more than them now is BlackRock, which is an asset management giant worth probably north of $11 trillion. And employee of the month is typically Michael Saylor or Larry Fink of BlackRock. During an event this week hosted by Bernstein, Saylor explained the rationale behind the MicroStrategy embrace of the biddy. Quoting him here, "We saw Bitcoin as a big tech monetary network," he said, like Google for money or Facebook for money. MicroStrategy's broader vision is to evolve into a Bitcoin bank, Saylor said, creating capital markets instruments tied to Bitcoin that can be offered to the investors. I dig it. Quoting him again, "We are in the core business of creating Bitcoin capital market instruments across equity, convertibles, fixed income, and preferred shares," according to Mikey Saylor. This approach aims to give investors exposure to the Bitcoin price movements while offering various risk-adjusted instruments. And through its securitization of the biddy, MicroStrategy has been able to leverage financial products like convertible bonds and equity to raise capital at low interest rates, then use that capital to buy more Bitcoin. And he says this is infinitely scalable, as I shared in yesterday's podcast. Let me know if you were there. Quoting him here, "We are recycling capital," explained Saylor, "investing in something that yields 3 times the cost of capital." The Bernstein report emphasized that MicroStrategy's innovative approach to securitizing Bitcoin has positioned the company as the leader in the space. And by creating capital market products backed by Bitcoin, the company provides investors a structured way to benefit from the Bitcoin performance. Hence why they're crushing it. And according to the report, MicroStrategy strategy gives it a competitive edge in the digital asset ecosystem. The company's ability to raise capital through debt and equity and reinvest it into Bitcoin has allowed it to capitalize on the growing acceptance of the crypto and traditional financial market. This is a speculative attack on fiat currency and a speculative attack on the central banking cartels. It's freaking genius. And now you have companies such as Metaplanet out of freaking Tokyo, Japan, following in the footsteps of Mikey Saylor, and good for them. Quoting Mikey again, "We are a misunderstood company, akin to a real estate development company, but we're buying the biddy, not real estate." Saylor remains so bullish on Bitcoin that he believes each coin will be worth millions of dollars. Facts, which is why the firm believes that it is the current strategy which will turn it into a $1 trillion company. MicroStrategy currently had a market cap of $42 billion. Only a handful of companies in the world, including Apple, Microsoft, Amazon, and Nvidia, currently boast a valuation of at least $1 trillion. So do you think Mikey Saylor will accomplish this with MSTR, becoming a $1 trillion valued bank? Let me know your thoughts, and I'm going to dive deeper into this next article and see if there's anything we're missing. So yeah, here's a recent tweet by Mikey Saylor. If you want to win, you need a Bitcoin strategy. Top 10 performing stocks in the S&P 500. Look at MicroStrategy. Whoa, leading the pack up 1,620%. That's sexy Bitcoin orange. Then NVIDIA, 1,100% gains. We have Artista Network, 650%. Quanta Services, 542%. Eli Lilly, 509%. Howamet Aerospace, 454%. Broadcom, 428%. Marathon Oil, 365%. United Rentals, 352%. And Marathon Petroleum, 342%. And this is stock performance since August 10th of 2020 when MicroStrategy officially adopted the Bitcoin strategy. So not too shabby to be up 1,620%, leading all of the S&P 500. So long live the Giga Chad, Mikey Saylor. So in essence, MicroStrategy and Saylor's approach is simple. Just buy the Bitcoin. They don't care if it's at the bottom or the top. In fact, Michael Saylor, I actually looked this up earlier, 40 Bitcoin purchases since 2020 when they adopted Bitcoin as a strategic reserve asset to put a Bitcoin on the balance sheet. And he's not slowing down. Here's the reality. Michael Saylor don't care if he purchases Bitcoin at the top, the bottom, in between, anywhere in between. He's going to continue to buy it and turn MicroStrategy into a $1 trillion Bitcoin bank. Let me know if you agree or disagree with the Giga Chad and some of his projections. And I'm going to read your comments out loud. Welcome everyone to the Q&A segment of the live stream. If Bitcoin does what it has post every halving event, it will go up 2 fib levels. The current 1.14 fib equals 440 G's. The 1.236 fib equals 3 million. Let's freaking go. Chris, what it do, JV? Welcome to the stream. Welcome anyone to the stream. Welcome everyone to the stream. It's going up forever, Laura. So we got 1,500 people here, not too shabby. What we're going to do now is continue with the uncensored extended version of the pod, meaning we're going to continue on X and Rumble with the current stream, but we're going to end the YouTube because YouTube is heavily censored and JV likes to be free, uncensored, just like Bitcoin. I want to be free, just like El Salvador. I want to be free from the IMF and control of the lizard people.